Okay, so I'm going to present on the Employment Cost Index of December 2015. All right, so the Employment Cost Index is a quarterly report that measures the growth of employee compensation. This statistic tracks movement in the cost of labor and is a lagging indicator. So the purpose of analyzing ECI is that it's an illustration of wage pressures. So if the ECI is exhibiting an increasing trend or exhibits a jump that is higher than expected for a given period, it is considered as inflationary. And as always, you always want to watch out for inflation. It's good to have that 2% inflation rate. Any higher, and you want to tap the brakes and reduce the inflation rate. But if it's too low, then you want to find methods to increase inflation. And if it's inflationary, it might not always be a good thing. So this is a graph of the ECI from 2007 to 2015 December. So as you can see, the ECI is doing relatively, it's a little bit over than what you want with the 3% year-over-year percentage change. But because of the Great Recession, it takes a huge drop. But afterwards, it starts to slowly recover. Benefits are fluctuating. It started to come back to a decent level, while wages and salaries and total compensation is reaching a level that we like. But we'll see what the future holds. So let's look at this. So this is the ECI for civilian workers. So an increase in employment costs in the fourth quarter of 2015 was mainly due to a sizable increase of benefits rather than wages, the charts of which I'll show later. So let's look at the services providing industries, right over here as indicated by my cursor. So the ECI increased by 0.5. This means that in the education industry and services, it is becoming harder for businesses to hire more workers. On the other hand, those who are employed have increased wages. This same idea applies to the healthcare and public administration, which is around here. So I'd like to make my prediction for what will happen in the March ECI report. The April ECI report. So from January to March of this year, the inflation rate has decreased from 1.37% to 0.85%. So this is disinflationary. So using this information, I predict that although there will still be a positive percentage change in the ECI, it will not be as high as what we've seen in December of 2015. So now this is the looking at the ECI for all workers, for private industry workers. The number is at 124.6. So the Congressional Budget Office predicted a value of 124.39. This means that the economy was experiencing an inflationary trend at December. So since the ECI for all these categories has increased from September, every single category on this chart, this means that businesses are finding it harder to hire more employees. So now let's look at this. Specifically, let's look at the manufacturing industry. So manufacturers tend to increase wages if they expect profitability. Manufacturing is right here as indicated by my cursor. This proved true when aerospace and defense stocks such as Textron and Boeing increased you can tell by their stock price by 1.8% on January 29th. So now let's look at real estate. So an increase in ECI can spell trouble for real estate investment trusts, REITs, especially non-agency ones, because they invest in mortgage-backed securities, not backed by the federal government. This occurs because servicers are required to make principal and interest advances to security holders even if the borrower doesn't pay. They can find themselves with cash flow problems if there is a big shock. So my prediction for the next period is that I expect the increasing trend to continue. The Congressional Budget Office, in fact, predicts an increase of 0.6 to occur. So now, I said that I would compare the wages and salaries and benefits for the ECI December. So if benefit costs are rising faster than wages and salaries, then workers are becoming more expensive. The real wage cost pressures exist almost in every area reported by the ECI. So the increase in the benefit costs is rising faster than the wages and salaries are rising, which is a bad thing for companies. So this is my analysis of the ECI in December of 2015. Thank you for watching. My name is Vinay Gonagolma. I hope you found this informative. And if you have to do a presentation on the ECI, I suggest modeling it like this. Thank you very much, and I look forward to teaching the next presentation.